Hey there. So, I'm just going to talk for a minute here about mulching. You know, wood chips or any sort of ground cover. It's quite necessary for any garden, I'd say. You know, some people would argue that they don't like it. Some people would say they swear by it and that it's amazing. I am one of those people. So what I want to do is just show you quickly here. I just about to plant some peppers, some broccoli in this row here. I've had them growing inside, just like the tomatoes. But what I've done is dug it all up, turned all the dirt, raked it all out, but only mulched half the row or so. And then it's been about an hour and a half, and that sun is beating down. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I think it's 31 degrees, and the soil is just cooking. But what I wanted to show you is this here. There's the line between where the dirt isn't covered and where the dirt is covered. So you know, right now there's an inch or less of the mulch on here. I said in a previous video, this isn't actually store-bought mulch. This is some wood chips from a chipper. We were taking a few trees down, and you know, this is all just the bramble, the brush, everything that was too small to use as firewood. We go ahead and chip that all up and just put it back in here. And it's nice because it's completely natural, so you know, anything's going to biodegrade. We'll be able to stir some of it back into the soil. We'll be able to rake some of it off and reuse it for a year or two. And then, you know, it'll be ready to be used. So what I'm going to show you here is the line. We just go ahead and get right in there. You can see the dirt's fairly dry. Oh, we have a kitty cat. I apologize. The dirt here is fairly dry. You know, and if we go and we move the top of the dirt, we can see that underneath, half an inch, maybe 1 inch, we get into what we want, the really nice dark looking dirt. And when we want really nice dirt, we want it to clump in our hands. We don't want any excess water to be left on our hands. So you know, you just take a fistful of it, squeeze as tight as you can. See how it stays in a block like that? But then you just push it and it crumbles. You know, there's no lasting clump. It's not like a snowball that just stays there. But you're able to get that clump, and then one little push and it breaks apart. It's perfect. So the point here, though, is that we had to push away a ½ inch or more of dirt to get to this point. So if we go to our mulch, it's covering that ½ inch to 1 inch, and as we just brush it aside without really disturbing the dirt at all, you can see it's not only dark and nice looking, it's actually even darker than the other stuff I found. It's cool to the touch still, and so that's what you really need for the roots of your plants. When the roots are very thin, very tiny, they don't go 3-4 inches down into the dirt, they only go a little bit. So when that sun cooks that ½ inch to 1 inch of dirt on the top, it's cooking those roots and not letting them, you know, absorb the moisture. So this here is just wonderfully dark, good clumping, breaks apart, you know, and it keeps your soil at a much better level. So you know, you just take it and cover it all. You don't need much either. The one issue you will have to realize is, you know, when you're watering, you'll have to water a row just a little bit more, because the wood chips and stuff will absorb some of the water. So you don't want to have, you know, watering the same amount as you would on dirt now on these wood chips, because, you know, it'll be lacking for sure. So you get a little bit extra water. It's amazing. Another thing you can use is grass clippings. What you want to stay away from is if you have a lot of dandelions or other weeds that are seeding on your lawn. You don't want to get those covering because then, you know, they'll seed in your garden. But if you have a nice lush grass, you bag all those clippings, bring them back here. The clippings are actually full of nitrogen, which a lot of plants, including corn if you're growing that, really enjoy. You know, instead of having to go to the store and buying fertilizer by the bag, you can just cut your grass and have fertilizer by the bag. So that's just my thoughts on mulch and some sort of ground cover. You know, you could even use leaves from last fall. You can crumple them all up. You can use grass clippings. You can use wood chips. You can use store-bought mulch. Alright, thanks for watching.